Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Today's topic is going to be a little more serious one. It's called the discovery. Now, I'm going to jump right into it like I'm doing with all these videos. The discovery is that moment when you understand what you're dealing with the narcissist. So remember, in the narcissistic abusive cycle, there's a very good chance that if this was a romantic relationship that you had no idea about it. As a matter of fact, I'm sure you had no idea that you were being involved with a narcissist. If it's a sibling, let's say brother, sister, again, you may have been brought up your whole life just wondering, why is that person not as nice to me as I am to them? But you always shrugged it off, like, okay, no big thing, whatever, that's just the way it is. They get treated different than me, but it's not, I don't feel I'm being treated equally. And the business relationship and others, this would qualify also, but I'm primarily going to get into the familiar, the brother-sister relationship, and certainly the romantic one. So it's the discovery. So there comes a point in every narcissistic relationship, abusive relationship, that one realizes that they are in fact being abused. They can't quite put their finger on it. They don't know how to explain it. They know what's happening to them. They're isolated, they are all alone, and they feel that nobody is listening to them. And all of these things are certainly true, because most people don't even know what narcissistic abuse is because they've never experienced it. But for you watching this channel right now, and I know there are many of you that have brothers or sisters or relatives, and certainly romantic relationships, significant others, that you did not know what was going on in the beginning of the relationship, and you kept giving and giving and giving, just like I did. I gave 6 years of my life to my marriage before I realized what was happening. The whole time thinking I was alone, it was just me, walking on eggshells, being gaslit, not being talked to for days, sometimes weeks on end, and yes, I do mean weeks on end. And I sincerely thought that was just what a happy marriage was. My fault, shame on me. One day I'll do a video just about me, but that's not what this one is. It's about the discovery. So when you finally, you're saying to yourself, wow, I am not getting back what I'm giving in, not even close. And you find yourself giving and giving and giving more. And this person who turns out to be the narcissist, they don't care about you. And they're starting to let you know it more and more every single time you interact with them. You see, the boundaries have been broken. The lines in the sand have shifted, and you no longer are the grade A supply that you used to be for them. Your shininess, your newness, and everything pleasant about you, including your supply level, has been sucked dry by the blood-sucking parasite vampire, which is the narcissist. Now, it's at this point when you are thinking to yourself, wow, what am I supposed to do here? I don't quite feel loved. I'm not being listened to. You probably don't know what some of these terms are, so I won't use the terms, but you feel like something's not quite right. You feel like something in your stomach or your intuition is telling you that things aren't right, but you don't know how to put your finger on it. You can't quite identify it. And you don't want to talk to close friends because they're going to say, no, that's just a relationship, or that's just your brother. Don't worry about it. It's no big thing. Just deal with it. And the reason why they say that is because they have no firsthand knowledge of the narcissistic abusive cycle. And guess what? You are now awakening. You're now understanding a little bit. You don't know what's going on, but you know something's wrong. As a matter of fact, you know many things are wrong, but there's no definition for it quite yet. You can't quite figure out what it is, and you don't know the terms. Like I said in other videos, I mentioned the terms. I won't do it for this video. But then you're doing your homework, you're looking, you're talking, you're finding my YouTube channel and maybe many other channels, and you're reading and listening and growing, and you're getting educated, and you're seeing this light bulb go off in your head. You're like, oh my God, that's what that is? That's what happens to me. Oh my God, and then you go down this rabbit hole, the rabbit hole of narcissistic abusive discovery. When you discover that in fact you are being manipulated, abused, destroyed by a narcissist, there are so many emotions that go through you. It is not a spectrum of emotions. It is like an infinite galaxy of emotions, things that you did not even know you could experience, you are experiencing. Not just simple everyday emotions like I'm happy, I'm sad, like that. I'm talking, there is a plethora of emotions that I can't even begin to describe that you're going through. This is in the discovery mode. And it's at this point when you put some more pieces together that you understand that in fact, the more you gave to the narcissist, the less they cared. The more you opened up and talked about yourself, the less they listened. The more you were present with them physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, the more they wandered away and disappeared maybe for days on end or sat next to you texting while they acted like they were listening to you. You see, the whole thing is the more you gave and gave of yourself and gave and gave and gave, the less they cared because it wasn't, your supply had dried up. And they don't think to themselves, wow, you know what, I'm with my significant other or my brother who I grew up with or my sister, and I should be so much more kind and compassionate like they are. No, guys, they don't think that way. They are incapable of empathy. They're incapable of love. They're not genuine. And if you were in a romantic relationship, when the love bomb happened, they certainly put on the mask. And the mask that they put on is a direct reflection of what you wanted to see. You wanted to see all the goodness, all the wholeness, that this is true love, that it's the twin flame, that this is the best person on the planet you found. We talked about this in other videos. And the narcissist provided that for you. And they fooled you. And they made you believe that, yes, you in fact are the one. It's destiny and all these things. But the mask they can't wear forever. And when the mask slips off and you're discarded, or if you're brave enough and or smart enough to figure out that you're being abused by the narcissist and you end the relationship, and I hope that's what happened. But if that's the case, then you're going to find out, oh my goodness, this whole massive ray of emotions, betrayal, disgust, deceit, dishonesty, lack of integrity, no empathy, no caring, no soul. You're going to go through all of these things and you're going to continue to say to yourself, why? Why did they do this to me when I gave them so much? Why? Could I have done anything different? Could I have done anything better? Was it me? These are just a few of the questions that will be spinning in your brain. And there are so many more questions. You will find yourself wondering, and believe me guys, you won't be in a good spot when you're going through this, but you're going to be ruminating and thinking all about the narcissist. Why? How could you do this to somebody else? Well, the answer to that question is because they are a narcissist. And they use people for supply. They don't fall in love like you do. They don't have empathy and use it like you do. You are just a tool. You are literally a tool in the garden, what do you call it, a garden house in the back of your house when you open up that thing and there's a lawnmower and all those things. That's what you are. And you're to be discarded once you serve no more purpose. That is the cold, hard reality. So to answer the question, why don't they treat me with love and respect, and how could they do this? The reason they can do that is because they don't think twice about it. They don't think about the past, maybe all of the things you've done together, all the time, money, energy, effort, and love and everything that you thought you shared. And they certainly don't think of the future, all the great things you're going to do and all the plans you have and all that. No, they think about today, right now, literally right now, how they can get supply in this exact moment. When this moment's up, they're going to think about it the next moment where they're going to and the next supply. You see, it was never about you. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow. It was very difficult for me. But the cold, hard facts are that they never loved you, just like me. They never cared about you. You may think, no, they did care about me, Andrew. I know they did because they did this, this, and this. Okay, whatever situation that is, when they did this, this, and this, think about what they wanted in return. I don't know the exact example because I wasn't in your relationship. But everything with the narcissist is a transaction. Everything. From the first date or cup of coffee, or if it's a sibling relationship, the first time you guys go to play sports, or if you go on vacation, or it's Christmas, maybe you get the better toy and your brother or sister gets the lesser toy, and they want to trade because they need the better toy. Things like that. That's a real example. The thing is, is the narcissist is incapable of caring for you or anybody else. Sincerely, and I hate to say this, you guys, but they don't even care about their children. I know that's difficult, but they use kids as pawns and as objects and as little extensions of the narcissistic supply. Yes, I said that because yes, it's true. You see, why would a narcissist have kids? I'm getting off topic, but real quickly. Why would they even have kids if all they care about is themselves? I'll tell you why. Because when you bring a child into this world, think about it. It's a baby. Everybody loves babies. Then it's a toddler, infant, toddler, whatever the stages are. All that brings them supply. Everybody's adoring the baby. Everyone's adoring the person that brought the child into the world. But once that child is old enough, say mid-teens or in that ballpark, and they're not cute anymore, and they can't get supply because they're basically a young adult, that changes really fast. And that's when you'll see the narcissist mask fall off even more with the kids, believe me, because that's a whole different cycle, a whole different video. Getting back, discovery. When you discover this, that you're nothing but a tool, and I know it's difficult, but you are, and that they don't care about you. And maybe you're at home not feeling good right now and thinking about all the memories or all the times or whatever. They're not doing that. I can promise you they're not. And if you're stalking them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever these social media platforms are, or if you're waiting for them to come knock on your door, and I know some of you are, you shouldn't be. You should be changing your locks, your keys, moving and getting out of there. No contact is the only way to get over this one. Change your phone. I've talked to many of you about that. Change your phone number. Trust me, it's the best thing to do. But the discovery is a huge thing for you. It's a huge eye-opening experience. It was for me. And every day I hear more and more stories, and every day I reflect on my story. And it still blows my mind how people can walk around on the planet like this, but they do. They're living zombies. They're looking to suck you dry. They're looking for a host, and it happened to be you. It was me too, no longer, and I'm certain it won't be you after you get through this. But guys, to answer the question of discovery, it's so eye-opening. You're going to go through a phase when you're in disbelief, and you're going to say, how can you do that to me? I did all these things for you. Guys, they're not empaths. They don't think the way you do. They never will. They're incapable of it. All they think about is one thing, which is themselves. That's all they care about. And that's all they will ever care about. That's why you'll never get closure. That's why you're never going to get respect. That's why you're never going to get listened to, which I say all the time, like they're not going to give you their attention. I can't explain it any more than this, guys. The discovery mode, when you finally get there and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. These people exist. This blows my mind. Unbelievable. That's the eye-opening experience. And guess what? That's the first step on the road to recovery. It's going to be painful. It's going to be a very painful first step, believe me. But once you acknowledge it, you get the tools, you educate yourself, you stay with my channel, watch my other videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch other people's videos, read, whatever you want. When you do this, you're going to realize, yes, I need to get out of this and I need to do it now. Discovery is a huge thing, you guys. I hope you guys liked the video. I'll shoot another one later this afternoon. God bless you all. I love you very much. Be safe, be blessed, and you're not alone. I love you guys. Congratulations on the discovery. It's a huge step. I love you guys. Bye.